Hey everyone, Jake Sloan back with another video. I've received a lot of questions about my voice setup because it's changed quite a bit. I was going with 3 speakers on my belt and 1 speaker in my chest box. And then I recently switched to a transducer system, which is these little guys here. They work fantastic. They're great. Everything in this video will be linked in the description below. And there's their affiliate link, so it'll help me out a little bit, but won't charge you anything extra or anything like that. These things work amazing. You attach them to a surface and they vibrate the surface they're attached to create sound. So this one's got a little plate on it because I don't really have anything in here that vibrates sound well. And then I use the ROM Effects Revo, which I'm gonna turn on and let boot up here, which is another fantastic voice changer. There's a lot of good voice changer options out there. Hyperdyne Labs makes the Vortex 3, which is a good one. And there's a great results being used by using Voice Synth, which is an iPhone app, it might be an Android app too, and a Zoom guitar pedal, which I'll go into and also link everything you would need to do that voice changer in the description below. All of this works really well because it has a microphone input, a headphone input, and right there is the headphone input, and then a speaker, which is an amplified output. So this I used with my Acres because they were amplified. These transducers work with this because this is an amplified out, which makes the Revo a great setup. And I'm going to show you how I do my setup here and then talk about some of the other ways you could do a setup like this too if you needed to. So that's how that works. Now I'm going to show you how it works with my armor. The armor is great because you just basically use some really good strong 3M VHB tape, double-sided tape here and here, attach one on each side, and then some real small gauge speaker wire runs from this one to this one, and then from here it runs out and I drop it down the back side of the armor so that when the armor's on me, this just hangs right down off my back. We'll set this here and I'll plug it in to the Revo. So that's it. Really simple, really clean setup using your armor as the soundboard, using the ROM Effects Revo, which makes it really easy because it has this amplified out. Now, for the guys that are using a Voice Synth app or the Zoom guitar pedal, which by the way sounds great and is certainly a little less expensive, what you can do is do the same exact setup. You just need to get an amplifier to plug into from the output of your phone or the output of the Zoom pedal. I've linked one in the description. I don't have it in hand yet, but it's on its way to me, so it shouldn't be too much longer. But for today's demonstration, I'm going to just use this Acre, which if you have an Acre lying around, you could do the exact same thing. I'm just going to take it apart real quick. And this is a 1506, so it's only a 10 amp out, or 10 watt out. I have the 2800s too, which are 16 watts out, but for this demonstration purpose, it'll work just fine. And I don't, like the Revo has a 50 watt out, split between the two, which is, it's a decent output. And it's more than enough because I never turn it all the way up. It just gets too much vibration in the armor and makes it less clear. So that's the one thing I have found with this, is that there's a fine point of when the sound is good and clear and full and loud, but not too loud where it's distorting, so to speak. So what I've done is pulled the board from the Acre here, and this is the speaker output. I just unplugged it, and what I'm going to do is I used another one of those I had laying around and made a little speaker output to a 3.5 millimeter connection. So I'll plug it in there, right there, plug the headphones in. So here's my iPod Shuffle. No amplified out on this. And come out of the headphone out, going into the Acre, and then I'm going to plug in this here, this standalone transducer, and then turn the Acre on. So it's the same thing. All you need is a small amplified out and some basic soldering skills, and you could use this, put it in a little box or shrink wrap it, or put it back in the Acre box and just run these cables out of a hole. And then you have an amplified out for your phone or your guitar pedal. You have an amplifier that will run a couple of these real well. I wouldn't use a 10 watt, I would get at least a 16 or 20 watt just because you want to make sure you have enough power with the voice changer part. If all you're running is a breathing loop, then this would probably be just fine. In fact, I'll try it on my armor real quick, just for fun. Just for silly fun. So like I said, works really, really well. The only other thing you would need is a mono plug like this to solder your speaker wire to, which is also linked in the description. If you have any questions, there's a great thread on the Sith Lord Detachment forums about this. There's a great thread there about using the Zoom guitar pedal, which sounds fantastic when it gets dialed in. And lots of other great threads and information on the Sith Lord Detachment if you're interested in building a movie-accurate Darth Vader costume and any of this stuff, or any of the other Sith Lord costumes from the movies. Thanks. If you haven't already, like this video. If you liked it, hit subscribe for more videos and content like this one, and I'll see you again soon in the next video.